Saturday, everybody. How are you all? This is day 20 of my 30 days of live videos. How incredible is that? I hope you guys are having a great Saturday morning. So we are leaving very soon for a trip down to Florida. And so I needed to get my toiletries put into little tiny travel containers. And since I'm doing that now, I thought I'd bring you guys along with me to show you guys what it is that I'm bringing down. So our plan is that we're not going to Disney, we're going to visit my in-laws, and we are not checking bags. And I'm slightly concerned about this because there are so many liquid toiletries that we use every single day, like all the time. And so I'm like, and we both, my husband and I, get a quart-size Ziploc bag, right? Because we're flying with our hand carry luggage. And so everything that I bring liquid-wise has to fit inside here, including my essential oils. So I'm really trying to be like, what do I absolutely need for those? Like, we're going to be down there for 10 days. So it's kind of a long time. So I'm just kind of going bare bones minimalism here and just seeing what I can do. So the first thing I'm going to fill up is actually this little container here. This is from the Container Store. I think it was like $1.99, something like that. It's technically a pill container. Each of these little tops kind of screw off and they like attach to each other. Does that make sense? So I am putting in here things that I know that I'm only gonna need like this much of. Probably, most likely. And then this will fit inside my baggie here. So the first thing I'm going to put in here is actually a pain relief cream. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. So I sometimes, after flying and like sitting in a seat for a while, you know, I tend to get a little like sore and stuff. And so I like to have some pain cream with me. I went to Florida last month for 12 days, took 16 of your oils and used them all. Absolutely. I know. And here's the thing, like the last time I went to Florida, down to this particular part of Florida, good morning, Lynette, I brought like literally 2 full-size like quart-sized bags of oils, and then I had no room for anything else. So actually for my Essential Rewards order, I just sent it to Florida. So like everything else liquid, I just sent down there. But we were checking bags so I could bring it back. This time we're not checking bags, so then I'm like trying to figure out my ER order and I don't even know. So anyway, so pain cream is the first thing that I'm gonna put in the top of this one. Helps if I open it first. And I normally don't need a ton of this, a little goes a long way. So I'm just kind of doing like that much, and it'll settle in here too after it's been sitting a while. That's why I kind of like to do this a little bit ahead also, just to make sure I have everything accounted for that I will need and yada yada. So oftentimes my liquids will explode in my bag. It just kind of happens, and you know, just whatever. So what I do is I actually take some plastic wrap. I have some saran wrap here, and I'm just going to take a little square of it and put it over top of the open container. Let me get my scissors. It's not easy to like actually pull this off. Okay, there we go. And then it's just big enough to fit over the opening, and then when I put the top on, then it just kind of keeps it from leaking. So I just stick it right on like that, and then I screw the little top on just like this. So to label this, I actually don't go super fancy. I actually just take some Scotch tape and a Sharpie and then I just label the side of it. So I'm just going to take my little piece of tape here and put it on the side of this. I actually might need to cut it down because it's pretty small. Actually, I'm going to do that because I don't want it to get on the other side. So I'll just cut it in half. Again, nothing fancy. You can get labels for these things if you want and be like super fancy. That is not my nature. I am not super fancy at all. So then I'm just going to put PRC for Pain Relief Cream, and I'll know it when I smell it because it smells like wintergreen, you know? So PRC. That might be backwards for you guys. Maybe it's not. And there we go. So I have my top little one filled, and bingo bango. So the next one down, I'm actually going to do some lotion. My favorite lotion actually I use right now is the Seedlings lotion. Heading to New England. Ooh, fun. Not checking bags. So did I show you guys? I'll bring it back out again. I have my e-bags behind me. That's like our carry-on suitcase bag. I love it. It works so good. And it really changes the way you travel, I feel, because you don't have to go through the rigmarole of like going to either the curbside check-in or like to the desk, you know, and have your bags weighed and you can just go right to security. When you're done of the flight, you just take your bags and you're going. Like it's just, it makes for such a better travel experience, but it takes a little more pre-planning because you can't like overpack because you don't have space for it. So anyways, I'm gonna put my seedlings lotion in here too. Typically this is like way more than I need, but anyway, throw that in there. So then, same idea, I'm just gonna take a little piece of my plastic wrap and put it on top so it doesn't leak all over the place. Typically, when we come home, the idea is that I will have gone through most of these toiletries and they'll be empty containers, and I can just bring the empty containers back with me and I don't have to like worry about doing the same thing on the way back normally. And so I try to like plan it so I don't run out also, because if I run out, then I'm like up a tree without a paddle, up a creek without a paddle. Anyway, I don't know, up a something. And then I'm just going to screw this on there, and then I'm going to grab another little other half of my tape and just label it. I don't know what to label it. How about lotion? That works. We get so fancy here in Annie's Simple Life, let me tell you. Sharpies and Scotch tape is how and saran wrap. It's how my life functions. I'm just gonna put lotion. Okay, cool. All right, so then there's a couple other things that I actually don't have out here that I will end up putting in the lower, like bottom parts of these. If I don't need all of them, I'm not gonna take them all. I'll just unscrew like the back, you know, and I'll just throw that in there. But most likely there's other things. I think I'm gonna take the rose ointment and certain things like that I actually am out of, so I actually need to order more before I put that in there. But so anyway, so this is a good start. If I have other little things that I'm not going to need a whole lot of, I'll put it in there. So the next thing is my sunscreen. So I have two of the SPF. This is the SPF 10. They also have SPF 50, but SPF 10 sunscreen lotions. And so I'm actually, they are 3 ounces each. So I could technically leave them in here, but I want a lot of space in my bag. So I'm actually going to put them in just a normal size container here. But to get them out, I actually have to sit on them because they need to be warm before I take them out of anyway, it's thick. So I'm gonna sit on them first. Oh my word, y'all. Get the real me here with these live videos. It's always fun. Okay, so my husband and I make our own facial toner. So I'm going to go ahead and get that going while my sunscreen's warming up underneath my legs here. So this is just witch hazel from Target, and I'm just gonna pour it into one of these little guys. And then when I get down to Florida, he typically he has a nicer, thicker plastic one that he normally keeps his witch hazel in. My husband does. So this is just going to be plain witch hazel, and then when we get down there on our little cotton pads, we're just going to put a little witch hazel and then a couple drops of the frankincense essential oil that we use, and then just use that rather than mixing the oil in with this, because this plastic is not great, and so I don't know how the oils will react and if it'll like eat it, or I don't know, I have no idea. So I'm just going to do plain old witch hazel in here and try not to spill it all over myself. My desk will smell amazing if I do, but and we'll probably go through this entire thing in 10 days between the two of us. Okay, so there's my witch hazel, just like that, and put this down here. And same idea, I'm just gonna take a little corner of saran wrap with me scissors. And I always get this question too. These containers here are from the Dollar Tree. They come in pack of 3 for $1, which is a really good price. You can get way higher quality ones at like the Container Store or Target or places like that. I tend to just get these ones. They've been fine. As long as I put saran wrap over the top of the lid, because if I don't, it'll leak. The ones that typically tend to leak out of here though aren't the super liquidy ones or the super thick ones. It's things like jojoba oil or olive oil or some sort of carrier oil that I bring with my oils. But I mean, you know, I'm squeezing it and it's not coming out. So, and then again, to label it, I'll just take a piece of tape. I always get so envious of those people that have like really pretty containers and like all these pretty labels, and they just like print them off and cut them out, and I'm like, how about a Sharpie? I'll just do a Sharpie because I just don't. Okay, witch hazel. Witch hazel. See how fancy we get here? And we'll know it, obviously. I wouldn't have to necessarily like label it. I can smell it and know that it's witch hazel, but just to be safe, I like to have them labeled. All right, so let me see how my suntan lotion's doing. It's getting there. We're getting warmer. My Turn it over. Okay, so shampoo wise, thank you, Diana. I appreciate that. It does. It's functional and it's cheap, so it works for me. Okay, so shampoo, the shampoo that I like to use is this particular one. It's Lavender Mint from Young Living. So this is what my husband will use also. He's grown his hair out, so he has longer hair now. Normally he would just use a regular body soap or something on his hair, but since his hair is longer, I feel like he actually needs a shampoo too. So instead of doing like a smaller size container, I'm just gonna do a bigger one for us to do. And this is so thick that a little tiny bit goes a long way, which is really nice also. So I'm gonna see if I'm gonna try pouring it because it's so thick, it like takes a while to come out of the container. Did you see that? There's like a little thing. Okay, look how thick this is. It's like honey, right? So most people, when they use this shampoo, they'll dilute it down. I am one of those people, unless I get lazy, and then I won't. And then I'll just use a super duper tiny itsy bitsy amount. So I'm just gonna go ahead and pour this up to the top. Whatever we don't use, I will bring home and use it in my own shower here. There we go. But look how thick it is. It seriously is like honey. That's because all of Young Living's products are concentrated. So, you know, people are like, oh, it's so expensive. Well, it's actually the same price if you were either to dilute it down or just use a little amount. Like it's the same price as what you would get from Target. So, with no yuck in it, which is good. So there we go. There's the shampoo. It's super thick. I love it. It's like awesome. All right, so I'm gonna take my saran wrap here and I'm gonna cut it just like before. And it's a different color than your typical shampoo is, right? Because normally shampoos have like coloring agents and stuff in there that you do not want seeping into your scalp, y'all. Especially when you're using hot water, pores open, no bueno. Okay, so getting my little lid on here and make sure this won't leak out. I don't think it will. Let me squeeze it a little. No, it's good. It's staying there. All right, cool. So now I'm just going to label it again. It's shampoo. And typically when we're in Florida, I actually don't need much of conditioner. So I'm going to not bring conditioner down, especially I feel like this is moisturizing for my hair anyway. So I'm not gonna worry about conditioner down there. All right, shampoo, ta-da, that's all done. Okay, I think my, my suntan lotion is now warm from underneath my legs here. So I'm gonna get that out. It's not awkward at all. So anyway, so I'm gonna try to get both of these guys into one of those. We'll see. When we go down to Florida, a lot of times we're not there for like quote unquote vacation. We're there to just do our normal daily life stuff. We are outside for a good amount of time, but not like a typical vacationer family would be. So we might not even go through all of this. I don't know. All right, I have to put this down because I gotta squeeze it out. Here it goes. It's so funny. This stuff is super thick too because it's zinc oxide, which is a good like no yuck suntan lotion. And people freak out at the SPF 10 idea because we're taught, you know, oh, you need SPF 30, you need SPF 15 or higher or whatever. Basically what SPF 10 means is it gives you 10 times the protection of what your normal skin would be. So if you are more fair skin, sorry, banging. There we go, like I am, you would just need to reapply it a little more often, but it's water resistant up to 80 minutes. So you just kind of need to know like what your skin's threshold is and then go from there. So it's not like a one size fits all for everybody. See how thick it is though? And it works super duper good. Doesn't make me break out or anything. Like my skin really likes it. And it doesn't smell like anything. Like it literally smells almost like an unscented lip balm. If you like kind of can picture what that smells like, it doesn't smell like suntan lotion at all. So you do not have that awful sunscreen smell to it, which is really, really, really nice. And even though it is zinc oxide, it doesn't make you look like those 1980s surfer people with like the white strip down your nose. It actually rubs in really, really good. Okay, so I think I've got the vast majority of this one in here. That is good. Oy. Can you see how like super thick? But it works really good. Sorry for the banging. I apologize. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and get this other one open here too. Where's my lid? Here we go. I could actually probably cut this open and scoop it out. Maybe. There might be a little left in there. But I have both of these open, so I might as well just combine them. Okay, so I'm gonna do the same thing here with this one. All right, so hold on, let me get this in here. Oh boy, we're not quite getting in here. Okay, there, we got it. Oh, it's getting all over the place. Okie dokie. So now that I have all this stuff all taken care of, which is a very, very good thing, I am going to put a little piece of saran wrap on here also, and put a little plastic wrap over that as well. Woo. Ah. Maybe, if I can. This one honestly doesn't need the saran wrap because this ain't going anywhere. There. It is stuck, that's for sure. Hopefully it comes out. I might have to sit on it, but in Florida it gets, you know, it's warmer, so I don't have to worry about it too much getting stuck in there, but that's all right. Okay, so I got my little thing here. There's that. And put a little piece of tape on here and some labelage. Okay, I'm just gonna put SPF 10. I'll know what that means. Ta-da! Alrighty, so that one's all done. I'm sure hoping these all fit in my bag. I don't know if they're going to. We're gonna try. All right, so Orange Blossom Face Wash. This is the face wash that I use. This is the face wash that Mr. Simple Life also uses too. So with this one, I'm actually gonna try to pour it out because it's pretty liquidy. And I think we're both gonna go through this entire container. So this little top comes off, just super nice and convenient. I'm gonna try to not get this all over the place. I don't know where to put this. I'm gonna try here. There we go, okay. And same idea, just going to pour it in here. And sometimes I'll do baking soda instead of this also, and I will be bringing baking soda down with me, so maybe I'll do half of this. And that's about half. Oh, there we go. All right. And that one will be empty when we bring it back home, which is a good thing. Put that puppy back in there. Okay, so I love the Orange Blossom Face Wash. This is really good if you have like acne prone skin, which I do sometimes, depending. And my husband does as well. So we like this one a lot. It works really, really good for us. And for 10 days, I think that'll be fine. Because I only wash my face once a day. I think my husband washes his twice. So baking soda with the Orange Blossom Face Wash. Yeah, so, or on its own. For my skin, I literally, like, I'll take a little, I have like a little glass jar in my shower with just baking soda in it. So sometimes I will do a pump of the face wash and then a little bit of the baking soda to make it like a scrub and then put that on. I love the Satin Mint face scrub also, but I'm not going to bring that down with me because I don't feel like I have enough room. So baking soda plus that works really good. Also, I will, sometimes if I don't use this, I'll just do baking soda and a little bit of water and use that to wash my face off. Works really good, actually. Sounds kind of barbaric, but it works really nice. At least for my face anyway. And you can definitely use the baking soda as deodorant also if you want to really save space. Although the last time I did that and I went through airport security, I got flagged. And like after my pat down or whatever, they had to take me in a little room and do extra screening because I showed up as having powder on me. It was baking soda deodorant. So now I use the toothpaste, Aroma Bright toothpaste as deodorant to avoid that. But yeah, that was a fun time. That was, what airport was that? New Orleans, maybe? I can't remember. I don't remember where that was. But it was quite enjoyable. Oh my gosh. Okay, Orange Blossom Face Wash, we got that in there. For body soap, we're gonna use the Shutron 3-in-1 men's wash. Whatever that means, I don't know. I'm gonna use it myself. So I'm actually gonna fill this all the way up to the top because this is gonna be our shower soap for the whole time. I think I'll do it this way. Try not to get it everywhere. Yeah. Alrighty, there we go. I don't know. Ooh, this is gonna get all over the place. Hopefully not. Maybe. Will one squeeze do it? No, it will not. The air bubbles are like what makes it get all over the place, but I am gonna totally fill this all the way up to the top. My husband uses this on his face too if he wants to like wash his face twice. And he'll use it on his hair sometimes or whatever, you know, because you can use it face, body, and hair, like a 3-in-1. So, okay, all the way up to the top on that one. Oh boy. Okay, there we go. Aren't you guys so excited that you are joining me today for all this fun noises coming out of all the things? Okay. Plastic wrap. You guys are getting the routine here, right? If I don't do the plastic wrap, I swear something will leak in my bag and then it'll just get all over the place. It's funny, the last time I went to Florida, I actually brought my roller bottles down with me. You Young Living people will know, like I brought Rutavala down, and Rutavala leaked all over my bag. I love the charcoal bar soap. Yes, I'm actually going to be getting some in my Essential Rewards order that goes down there because I can bring home bar soap without a problem. Yes, I love it. My skin works really, like, it really likes my skin, so it's a really good one. And the moisturizer also is a really nice one. Because I'll be using the SPF 10 under my makeup, I'm not gonna bring the moisturizer down, but I really love the Orange Blossom moisturizer too. That's back in stock, by the way. Okay, men's wash here, I got that. So anyway, the Rutavala leaked all over my bag. And Rutavala, if you guys aren't familiar with it, it kind of smells like canned peas. It does not smell good, knocks you out. Like it totally makes you sleep really, really good. But all of my oils ended up smelling like Rutavala. It was horrible. I was like, ugh. Yeah, it's lovely. It's a really good time. So anyway, it's a combo of rue, valerian, and lavender. And it's the valerian that, ugh, yuck, not good stuff. Makes you sleep though, let me tell you, these things aren't perfume. Okay, I'm gonna put Shutron right there so we'll know what that means, so that is good. All right, so I've got 2 other things that I'm gonna go ahead and fill up and then I'll let y'all go because I've been on here yapping at you for about 20 minutes. So one thing is, yeah, I'm bringing my own cleaner. So Thieves Multipurpose Cleaner, I actually have an empty spray bottle that I'm bringing down. This is going to probably make, I would say, 4 of those spray bottles, maybe. I'm gonna eyeball it. I don't know exactly how much it'll make. This is a 2-ounce container. So this is 2 ounces of the multi-purpose cleaner here. And most of the time people will do a capful or 2 in a 16-ounce spray bottle. The spray bottle I have is probably somewhere between 12 and 16 ounces. I don't know if it actually even says on there. So this will last us the entire 10 days for sure. And maybe even more so. I might end up leaving it there, although it might eat away at the plastics. Maybe I won't. I don't know. So there we go. I got my cleaner in there, so I don't need to bring this with me. Saran wrap. How about that? Of course. And then the last thing I am going to do is the dish soap. I'm gonna bring my dish soap down with me too. There we go. So there is that. Looks kind of strange. Looks like iced tea or something. And I'm just gonna put THHC for Thieves Household Cleaner on here and make sure it's not gonna, nope, I don't see air bubbles, so that's a good sign. HHC. And then the last thing I'm gonna do for the time being is my Thieves dish soap. Thieves dish soap. So this will probably last us the whole time too. Most likely. We wash a lot of stuff by hand, but I'm sure it'll be fine. At my in-laws, you know, they have obviously a full kitchen, right? Because it's like an actual place to stay. So we'll be hand washing pots and pans and, you know, whatever else. And then I'll just bring home whatever extra I have. Okay. Whoa. There we go. And same idea. Oy. Okay, let me get this out here. So as far as like my makeup and all that stuff goes, all the makeup that I use outside of the misting spray is powder, so I don't have to really worry about putting any of that in here. The only thing would be like my chapstick kind of stuff, the lavender lip balm and my mascara. That's like the only, in the misting spray, are my only like liquidy kind of makeup things, which I don't think you actually have to put chapstick and mascara in one of these bags. I think that can stay in your makeup bag okay, as far as I understand. The misting spray I'll definitely be putting in here though, because that is very much a liquid. It's as liquid as it comes. Okay, let me go ahead and label this. Then we'll be pretty good. Oh, I hope I have enough room for all the things. So I have a checklist also of things that I need to make sure that I have. So I'm gonna double check and make sure I have all the stuff that I need. Dish soap. I will need to put laundry soap in here also. I forgot about that. So that'll be something else that I add to this. But I think we're doing pretty good. And just by eyeballing it, it looks like all of that will fit inside one of these. Huzzah, which is very good. So I will have to kind of pare down my oils and only bring my absolute necessities. The good thing is that I already ordered a starter kit to send down there. So there's like a diffuser down there already. There's it's the discounted one that I ordered. So it's got the 11 oils, so I won't have to bring that many oils down with me, which is good. So yeah, so there we go. That is what I've got so far. These little things are all filled up and ready to go. So I'm gonna stick them in my little baggie here, and that'll be it. So I hope you guys have a good rest of your Saturday. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope this was enjoyable for you. And if you have any suggestions or comments, questions, things you'd like me to talk about in my upcoming, how many more videos do I have? 9 more videos? 10 more videos? How does that work? Yeah, 10 more. Let me know. Leave a comment below. Give us a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and I will see y'all later.